Hi, my name is T, and today I'm reviewing a book actually just by myself. My sister's not a part of this because I took a vacation to Savannah, Georgia. And while I'm not a history buff, I met a gentleman named Matthew Propst. I'm not sure, Propst, I might be saying that wrong. He has a BA, a bachelor's in English, and a master's of fine arts. So a true artist. And I met him, he has a small bookstore, and he's done a few books on Savannah. So one of which I fell in love with and wanted to do a review on it. And it's called Savannah Cemeteries. Let's see if I can get that in here without reflecting it too much. And at first I thought this was a history book, but I would categorize it more as an art book. It has amazing pictures of art pictures, things that I would frame and put on the wall of the three main cemeteries in Savannah. So one of which is Bonaventure Cemetery, Colonial Park Cemetery, and Laurel Grove Cemetery. So he goes through each of them, which are very different in their history. So he talks a lot, well, I'd say a third of the book is written history, the rest of which are beautiful photos. So I wanted to show you a couple of my favorite photos. These are ones that I'm thinking about cutting out and framing them. This is Bonaventure. This is going to be hard. Cemetery. See if you can see that picture. It's done in kind of a sepia tone. It's hard to do this, but I thought it was just, isn't that gorgeous? So he took all these photos himself. There's a picture here about headstones, so he gives some really neat history. There's a whole wall of headstones. The bodies are not buried there because what they blame, or the oral history says that Yankee soldiers moved them, the headstones, because they actually took over that property and camped there when they were here during the war. So he goes through and talks about a lot of historical names and where they are buried, and some neat things about, for example, things I didn't know, that if you see a family buried together, their deaths close together, it's probably yellow fever. So I never knew that. And then I think my favorite was Bonaventure, just because there's so many statues and just amazing graves. Before this book, I would have never gone to a cemetery on vacation. But the way it's done in Savannah, the history that's there, the fact that it hasn't been torn apart by wars, really makes some beautiful photos, as well as beautiful places to visit. Let's see, I wanted to show you a few other things, which now, of course, here's another one of Laurel Grove. Let's see, another picture. The reflection's kind of hard, sorry about that. Laurel Grove is one cemetery that was actually segregated between the blacks and whites. It also had a section for Jewish people, and it had a baby land. So any children that were died at birth or very soon after that were babies, had their own section. And there's about 160 babies in that area, so that makes for a sad one. They also have a potter's field at Laurel Grove, where people that nobody claimed lived there. So again, here's another beautiful picture. This is Savannah Cemeteries. You can get it on Amazon.com, or if you are in Savannah, you can definitely find Matt there. He's in City Market. He also has a website, his first name, Matthew Propst, Propst.com. So it was just a neat book that was it was just, I guess, serendipity to run into him and really like him, and then get excited about a cemetery. So hopefully if you visit Savannah or you want to see some beautiful artwork, I would suggest that you get it. Thank you so much.